few weeks ago, I made a video about how men who are in relationships are perceived to be more attractive than single men, and how you can use this phenomenon known as pre-selection in your own dating life. Now, a few days ago, I came across this picture, and it really isn't the flex that this guy thinks it is. Stealing another man's woman is not actually going to be a win for you, particularly in the long term. And this guy seems to be in it for the long term since he's having a child with her. Now, most men don't even try to win over a girl who's already taken. There are some who will do it out of ego, there are some who will do it out of a challenge, but in general, those men tend to not have very high self-worth or a lot of self-confidence because they see love as something that they need to work really hard at rather than something that the world is full of, that they can meet 100 different women that could possibly be great relationship material for them. They feel like love is scarce, and so they go chasing the ones that are more difficult. And I've done this myself. Generally not from taken women, but from women who were less available to me. But I do know people who did have things for women who were already taken, and that was only the type they'd go for. They'd never go for something that seemed straightforward and simple. But they really are a minority. It's not healthy men who are doing this. Whereas I think healthy women do find men who are in relationships to be attractive. It doesn't mean that they're going to try to steal them, but it does mean that they recognize that, wow, this guy must have a lot going for him because some other girl has picked him. Whereas men, we just kind of care if she's hot. In the beginning anyway. We're not going to judge her relationship potential by anything other than her own behavior. Just because she's been in relationships before, we don't make assumptions about her relationship quality from that. But going back to that low confidence approach of finding a girl who's already taken and trying to subtly steal her away with this creep of boundaries, the spending more and more time with her, the trying to get her to compromise a little bit more and more. And this can go over months and years. There are probably quite a few people in every girl's life who they try pushing the boundaries. And it's creepy, it's not right, and women should feel uncomfortable about this, but many women aren't very good at setting boundaries, or keeping to boundaries, or shutting things down when they go too far. It takes a lot of confidence to do that, and these guys know that. They are essentially preying upon the weak. And occasionally it works. Occasionally they manage to get what they've been trying to get this whole time, and Mr. Creepy collects his prize. But it's still not a win, simply because what she will do with you is what she will do to you eventually. She has just exposed herself as someone who can be persuaded away if she thinks the upgrade is worth it. So this guy really hasn't won a loyal partner. He's just won someone who he's the best she can do for now. History has a habit of repeating itself, so if you or anyone you know is tempted to try to do the same, I would just remind you that it probably isn't worth it in the long run. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments, and see you next time.